What up is Marcus with Dynasty Football Dads. We have some injuries here, but let me know what your questions are for this upcoming week, whether it's waivers, whether it's trades, or whether it's ad drops, all the different things. These are important. This is a very important time of the year. Are you 2-4? 2-3? No, 2-4. Yeah, I almost said that wrong. Are you 3-3? Are you 4-2? Where are you at? Are you 5-1? There are important things to do to make sure that if you're a 4-2, 5-1 team, that you are putting yourself for the future so that you can make your chances of a little bit of the championship odds get a little bit higher. And hey, every percent counts. And this is an important time of the year to do that, because you can never take a week off in fantasy. But let's talk about a couple of injuries here, and that's what this whole going to be kind of period of this show is going to be about. It's going to be kind of a shorter one today, and then tomorrow we'll go through some waivers. But Kareem Hunt, shin injury. Actually, not shin injury, sorry, calf injury. It looked bad. I mean, he got carted off the field. He was in tears. This is going to be a minimum of a 3-week injury. He's already headed to the IR. I'm looking at probably a 5 to 6 week injury. It could come out that it could be longer than that. We don't have the full details, but there's two parts to this. Nick Chubb is going to be amazing. I mean, there's going to be no Kareem Hunt, so it's going to be a Nick Chubb show. I do think that Demetric Felton is the receiving back who's going to have more long-term sustainability. I think he's going to be the Kareem Hunt kind of fill-in. But if Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are out, D'Ernest Johnson will be the Nick Chubb version. So kind of think of that. D'Ernest Johnson will be Nick Chubb. So if Nick Chubb plays, he's going to be nothing. And then Demetric Felton, who we know Kareem Hunt is going to be out, he is going to be the receiving back. In fact, he kind of was drafted as a wide receiver, and now he's kind of a running back, wide receiver. He's just really good pass-catching back. Think of basically J.D. McKissick. Nick Chubb doesn't really affect, or Antonio Gibson doesn't affect J.D. McKissick a ton, just like Nick Chubb won't affect Demetric Felton a ton in the receiving game. So that is injury number one. Injury number two, and so this is just kind of, injuries are always frustrating. But Kadarius Toney, right off the bat, I mean, when he comes in, boom, ankle injury. We don't know the extent of it yet. We really don't. I mean, he had 3 catches right off the bat. It looked like it was going to be a really good game. And in fact, kind of needed that to be a good game. And just boom, hurt. So we don't know the full details on Kadarius Toney, but it seems like anybody that stands as a New York Giant gets hurt. Okay, Antonio Gibson, I just got a notification from Sleeper a couple hours ago. He's getting an MRI on his shin. He said he's playing with a hairline fracture in his shin. So really, that is something to definitely look into. I have Antonio Gibson, a lot of shares fan, because I really liked his, he's kind of like a CMC light, I said. He has super high upside. And so if you are an Antonio Gibson owner, this is a huge potential. I mean, he could be out or he could be less than ideal. He could have weeks like this where he has basically 2 points in fantasy or whatever. Well, I think it was like 2 points. He could have more weeks like this. I mean, I was an owner of JT, Darrell Henderson, and Antonio Gibson, and thank goodness for the other two, because, I mean, at halftime, I think I had 6 points combined from all three, and I was not happy. Thank goodness that changed, but I was not happy camper. And I know Antonio Gibson might have more weeks like this, kind of like the CEH type. You might be up and down, up and down, up and down. So speaking, another player that has been banged up all the time is OBJ, and now he's potentially hurt. And if he's hurt, I know Donovan Peoples-Jones is going to be the big kind of name, but I really think that this is going to be I really think that the passing options are just not going to be something I'm interested in. Baker seems like he's banged up, and I think you're going to see a lot of probably tight end work, kind of through Hooper and Njoku, and I think it's going to be a mess there, and I think you're going to see a lot actually by Nick Chubb, Demetric Felton, and even D'Ernest Johnson. I think this is going to be and their defense has been bad lately, which has been weird, because I thought Cleveland's defense was making progress, making changes. Also an injury to note, Michael Thomas coming back probably from the IR in week 7. So know that, like, he should never be available, but that's another option. And Jerry Jeudy, rumors that he might be coming back in a couple weeks here. So just know that if somehow Jerry Jeudy, Michael Thomas won't be available, but if Jerry Jeudy's available, he might be a really good pickup. Jeff Wilson pushed back all the way to maybe late November, so he's, again, somebody, if you just have an IR spot open, might as well throw a player in there. I mean, I have a roster where it gets really thin really quick. and there's really no players pretty much available. And being a 4-2 team, I'm probably not getting anybody. We have inverse order for waivers, but in that league at least, I have Fab in pretty much every other league. So, but I put Jeff Wilson Jr. on that IR spot because if I have somebody that gets hurt, let's say if Antonio Gibson gets hurt, I'll probably just drop Jeff Wilson. But it's always a thought or always nice to have somebody in that spot because, hey, if I don't have anybody that gets injured for multiple weeks, a month, all of a sudden Jeff Wilson could be, honestly, could be the starting running back when he comes back from IR. And we always want San Francisco starting running backs for at least a week until they get hurt. All right? So that is going to be kind of the injury session. It wasn't a crazy injury session. Oh, Dak Prescott has the bye week and was in a walking boot calf strain. I think it sounds like he should be fine. But just, again, a note that if you see him questionable for the next 12 days, I think he plays 13 days from now. No, he plays 12 days from now. If you see him questionable for the next 10 days, it might just worry you a little bit. And you might want to have a backup plan. He does play on Saturday night, which is Halloween night, against my Vikings. So we'll see exactly what happens there. And we'll give you some different options of backups at the quarterback position in week 8. That is week 8 if he is still hurt. All right? So this is Marcus Dynasty Fun. Peace out. Take care. Now turn up.